up to the right as we welcome our next performance, flown today by Bill Culberson. And it is the Gorovich MiG-17 Fresco. This is a Soviet aircraft that ruled the skies over Southeast Asia during the early 1960s. And it was during the Vietnam conflict in which our American aircraft went toe-to-toe with this, the iconic bandit of the Vietnam War. And it helped increase our kill ratio during the Vietnam War. And in fact, it was the MiG-17 that helped create and develop the Navy's fighter weapons school, better known as Top Gun. Ladies and gentlemen, from low and to the left, please welcome the Air Power Host. Of Fresco, MiG-17, one of the first ever military aircraft to feature an afterburner sun on takeoff, essentially dumping raw jet fuel in the final stage of the exhaust and gave the MiG-17 an incredible amount of acceleration. Its limo, the A1 engine, produced somewhere in the neighborhood around 7,600 pounds of thrust. You saw that iconic 45-degree angle of wing sweep, that silhouette that many of our American aircraft engaged in the skies of Vietnam during that time. We watch now Bill Culberson as he runs the aircraft. Of the F-16 fighting founded in 1974, this was the tightest fighting fighter in the world. Iconic bandit of the Vietnam War. A son of an Air Force fighter pilot, Bill Culberson has been in love with military aviation much of his life. After a brief stint in the United States Air Force, he graduated from the University of Alabama with a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering. He worked with commercial aviation for over 45 years. This aircraft obviously would have the superior training and tactics. Because of the efforts of those top secret programs such as Operation Have Drill to reverse engineer and understand these airplanes, our air-to-air kill ratio during the Vietnam War increased from 2 to 1 to some 14 to 1. The MiG-17 was also an aircraft that carried some of the largest guns to be used in air combat and air-to-ground combat. A 37mm Middleman mid-37 cannon alongside two 23mm NR-23 cannons. It had enough ammunition for about 5 seconds of continuous fire. Have a try on that pass, everybody. About shy of around 580 miles an hour. As he continues to climb high and to the right and set up for his next maneuver. The MiG-17 is an aircraft that is still operated by many third world air arms, and including the country also of Madagascar, are considered to be some of the most prolific military jet aircraft of the East. That Klimov engine producing about 6,000 pounds of thrust at full power, and with that afterburner engaged producing around 7,600 pounds. While the Fresco was not a true supersonic aircraft, it was capable of breaking the sound barrier in a shallow dive, and it was capable of reaching speeds of about Mach 1.04, just a little over the speed of sound. Now you might be asking, how in the world are we flying a Soviet aircraft in American airspace? We'll take a look again from the right at the speed of heat. Here's the MiG. The final collapse of the Soviet Union many years ago that nations began to liquidate just about everything that they could sell, ex-military equipment, and many MiG-17s became available for purchase on the civilian market, and today serve as very popular jet warbirds. For Bill, it simply showcases the freedoms that we have to fly these airplanes here in the United States of America. Bill wants to extend a very big thank you to the Air Power over Hampton Roads team for the invitation to fly for you this weekend, and to the great people of Virginia for their outstanding hospitality as well. We invite you to check them out on their website at FIGHTERJETS Incorporated, fighterjets.org, to learn more about this incredible aircraft and about the aviators who fly them. We hope you enjoyed this unique opportunity to see Bill Culberson and his demonstration of the Soviet MiG-17, and they would like to thank their sponsors, to include that of Aero Wisconsin, Goodyear Aviation Tires, Marathon, Norco Aerospace, Gulf Coast Avionics, Jetstream Aviation Products, the Historic Aviation Memorial Museum of Tyler, Texas, to Aviation Insurance by Duncan, to MC Propeller, the Gentex Corporation, AMP Fast Track Exam Preparation, and your Lightspeed Aviation headsets. As he sets up to land, how about a big round of applause, Hampton Roads, for Bill Culberson and the MiG-17.